crooked. Alrighty. I am getting set up. Anybody let me know how the quality is. Jeez. Alright, how's the quality, everybody? I'm going to try and find a spot to put it and keep it still this time. What's up, Dakota? Okay. How's the quality? How's the video quality? Alright, that's good. Good, good. I'm not sure where I want to put that. Probably put it something like this. Alrighty then. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's just me. I don't live stream with anybody. It says I got 5 people watching already, though. That kind of surprises me. Do I have the hardware and the trans still? Yes, I do. I have no idea when the next video is coming out. I've got a few things in the making. I finally got wheels on the 216. As you see, it's sitting right here. You can see the front wheels on it just barely. But I still have some engine work to do to it, and then it'll be back together. And then this patio right here is, I don't know if it'll get done this winter or summer. I was hoping so, but maybe not. And once I get the sickle bar set up on the 400, I'd like to try that out and use it some. This tractor hasn't really been one that's been a channel tractor, so I'm just kind of going to tinker around with it here. Let me get some tools. Alright, I got some tools. What did I miss? Come on, live chat. Alright. If anybody asks a question and I don't get right back to it, I am going to be working on this, so I do have an excuse. I'll try and check the comments every now and again. fat Sasquatch fingers in here. Hopefully y'all can't hear the radio. Live chat. Oh boy. Well, I have some 300s I would sell. The Mower Midget 2.0 message retracted. Okay. I do have a couple of 300s, but they're projects. Something I didn't get to last winter. I don't know exactly what you're hunting for here. Can I zoom this thing in? Oh, jeez. Too much. Well, we'll try on that. So this tractor that we're working on right here, this transmission is for, is a 1968 112 sidetag hydraulic lift. And I've had this since before I was YouTubing, but it's just one of those things that hasn't made priority, so I finally started working on it this summer. It's all painted now, working on going together. What do I got beeping at me over here? Yeah, Dakota, this is some of the stuff I painted. I've got 3 tractors I painted this summer. This is one of them. Oh, it's kind of warm out here. It's probably 70 or better, fairly humid. You don't know what you're looking for either. Well, a 300 is got a 16 horse single cylinder Kohler, and it is an H2. It's basically a 314 with 2 horse more, and it's H2. Well, if you ask me if you should get a 318, my answer will always be no, because I hate them. I hate the owning engines. If you want something that's a good tractor, in my opinion, get something with a Kohler. The 318 is probably my least favorite John Deere garden tractor I've owned. $3,000 with cab, 4-way blade. Well, the cab is probably 600 bucks. The 4-way blade's 400 all day. New decks, 200 or 300 bucks. 3-point hitch is about 500 bucks. A cart, if it's an 80 cart, about 400 bucks if it's in good shape. And the tractor is probably worth $1,000 to $2,000 depending on the condition. If you're looking for a good one to buy, my suggestion would be, if you're partial to a hydro, get a closed frame 300 series. The attachments are cheaper, but my favorite one is a 200 series. I like the gear drive. A 332, that's just basically a 318 diesel. They're a decent tractor. It's got a Yanmar diesel in it. That's a good engine. Well, 16 horse is 2 horse more than my 140, and I have it weighted to about 2,000 pounds right now, and I've been pushing trees over with it. So a 300 should be plenty sufficient for whatever you're going to do. I'm sure you won't abuse it as much as me. If you really like the diesel, that's probably the one to go with. I'm putting this tractor together. We're trying. Yeah, poor John. John does like to abuse things. I don't abuse him as much as John, but I do overwork things occasionally. I'll admit to that. I'm not the easiest guy on a tractor, but they usually stand up really well to what I do. I try to take care of them. I use them hard, but I also maintain the heck out of them. So if I buy a tractor, even if I've been told the oil's already changed, I change it anyway because I'm going to be using the heck out of it. I want good oil in it, even though I use TSC oil, but we don't talk about that, I guess. Alright, what did I miss while I was tightening those bolts? What are you doing? What am I doing with it? I am just putting it together. Probably already answered that. Yep. Don't you leak. I'm gonna ignore that completely. Right, so this transmission gets to go in the frame that you were looking at a little bit ago. Let's see here. What do you mean by are the old hydraulic lifts better than the new hydraulic lifts? Are you talking is a 100 series better than a 200 series? Or are you asking if the gear drive hydro lift is better than the hydrostatic hydro lift? The gear drive, the 110, 112, 200 series, I mean, I don't really have a preference. I like them all as far as just the hydraulic lift unit. They all seem to work well. The 200 series, the lever is in a more convenient spot, easy to use. A podcast, Dakota, I don't even know how to do that. What was I saying here? I like the 200 series lift better. It's easier to use, like I said. The lever goes forward and backward like the hydrostatics. Instead of up and down, you don't have to pull up. It's just easier, more efficient to use. As far as between the gear drive hydro lifts and the hydrostatic hydro lifts, the gear drives are 1,000 times better just because of the way that they pull for the sleeve hitch or rear tiller. A gear drive pulls up, well, the hydro pretty much just pulls forward, so you have way more rear lifting force with a hydro lift gear drive. You know, this transmission hasn't leaked in the 5 years I've had it out that hub. Today it's going to leak. I'm just completely going to ignore that drip. Y'all do the same thing, just completely ignore that drip, pretend you didn't see it. and it's not there. Extra parts, that's good. Yeah, anybody feel free to ask any questions. I was told that I should do one of these every so often so people could get their questions in, which is fine with me. This transmission is fixing to go in this frame. A 317, does it run for $100? If it does run, then yeah, you should definitely buy that. That's a good deal even if it doesn't run. I paid $200 for my 317 with a bad engine. The 317s with Series 1, people aren't smart enough to keep them full of oil and stay off of the side of hills, and so they basically blow it up. They shatter a rod. Then you'll have to rebuild the engine. If both rods are good, has compression on both cylinders, then that's a steal for $100. And I did a wiring video on a Kohler K series. The 317 is basically the same wiring, so if you get into anything, you can reference that. Yeah, I don't. With these Peerless 2300s, if they leak, I just pretty much ignore it or put a different one in, because I got a boatload of them sitting around here for parts, so they're pretty well bulletproof, so I just kind of ignore the leaks. Have I bought any new tractors lately, Dakota? I don't think so. Not really, no. I've just been working on stuff lately. I've been restraining. I was looking at a new one the other day, but it was the wrong color. Now I got to decide how I'm going to get this thing lifted up in here, situated, bolted in, all with no help. That should be interesting. Oh yeah. I'll figure something out, I guess. Oh, I'm not. John's probably not touched this tractor, and I'm gonna keep it that way because he'll break it. Scratch the hell out of my paint, just like he did with Josh's Sears, his brother. He set a wagon on the hood of his brother's garden tractor that his brother had repainted. Granted, it was a bad paint job. He had just wanted to slap some paint on it when he got it. But still, John should have growed up and not set a whole ass wagon on the hood of it and then hauled it down the road. That was immature, irresponsible, and just plain stupid. But that's why I don't let John do anything with any of my stuff. Don't let him touch it, haul it, anything. So you just got to be smart with who you let touch your stuff. Let's see here. I wonder, do I have a board? I can borrow that. We use this here 2x4. That's going to be way too high. Dang it. I just have to figure out my life myself. Oh yeah. Is it going to fit correctly? No. Oh, yeah. No, it's not. This should be inside here. that's my frame. Oh, yeah. Must have got squeezed at some point. Squeeze it together. Grand. Yeah. It's not just tweaked onto that thing. Sure, you can drive one up from down there and come help. I won't turn down some free help. Is your 214 hydraulic lift? Ooh, $800 for rebuilt. Rebuilt 214. Is it repainted also? The decks aren't worth anything. I can't give them away. I doubt you will get $800 for your 214. Very highly. I think when I sold my 214 hydraulic lift, I got $600 or $700 for it, and it was pretty decent condition, original. So with a rebuilt engine, that brings the value up some, but with bad paint, you're probably only going to get $5 or $6 for it. But that's, I mean, that's prices for up here. I don't know where you're at. Oh no, Dakota, you won't be late. I'll wait. Just start driving. I think tomorrow's Monday already. Man, this weekend flew past. I gotta go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I only got like $700 or something for my 214 hydraulic lift that was decent original. So the 200 series aren't worth much anymore, unfortunately. They're not worth restoring at all, unless you're going to keep them, because people are just too lazy to shift gears. So the 110, 112, and 200 series have dramatically dropped in price. The highest priced gear drives right now are the round fender 110s and the patios, because everybody just doesn't want to shift gears. Okay, I'll see you at 2 a.m. Bet. I'll order pizza. But yeah, everybody's too lazy to shift gears. I personally like the gear drives better, and the 200 series are my favorite. So even on the Facebook groups that I see, in the 200 series group, there's, you know, a quarter of the people that there is in the 140 group or less. So you can see it reflecting in the groups and auctions and sales, but the gear drives aren't really worth anything. Like this tractor here that I'm restoring, it's not worth anything. If I finished it, rebuilt it, I don't think I'd get $1,000 for it, and I'm gonna have more than that in it. $812S. I don't believe they made one of those. All of the 812s were single cylinder Kohler 12 horses. I have one with a rear lift, front mower, and a couple other things. $1,000 for two of them. Yeah, if they both run, they're $400 each-ish. Oh, the 816. Ooh. They still have value, but I hate those things. They have an owning on them. Or no, you said an 1816S, so that's a single cylinder brakes. Still not my favorite. I'm looking for an 814, but I can't find one to replace my 812. I have an 812, an 8123, a 16G, a 430, and a 432. Whenever they invent teleportation, Dakota, that's when I'll be down. Whew. 430 with 3-point with 2,500 hours for 3,300. If it runs, judging by the prices I've been seeing lately, that's not too bad. I've been seeing people asking up into the 6 grand figures for 430s in good shape running with 2 and 3,000 hours. Located in Virginia. Yeah, the 430s. I found a 430, and I think it was in Virginia too, for 1,500 or 2,500 or something like that. Real rough, but I ain't driving to Virginia to get it. It's not worth it. And I don't really want a 430. I don't like them. They're a good tractor if you're going to use one for a pavement princess, but in the mud they're useless. One needs a rebuild. 812. Snow plows, about $100. What else did you say? Let me go back here and look. The 812 and 816 are probably worth, 500 each ish if they're running good and in decent shape. With a rear lift, I just give $100 for a rear lift. A couple months ago, I think. Front mower deck. Now the front drive kit's about $500, and depending on what kind of front mower, it's anywhere from 50 to 300. A couple other things for 1,000. So that would probably be worth it. If they both run, you're getting a fairly decent deal. Even if one needs rebuilt. I mean, if it's the Kohler, you're going to be easier to rebuild it. The Onins are hard to get parts for now, and they're not a good engine anyway, so I want nothing to do with an Onin. Okay, Cody, yeah, you go grab it for me and just bring it on up here on top of your freaking Toyota or whatever the heck you drive. Little tiny car, and we'll see how that works. I don't think that'll go too well on the roof, but I guess I might be wrong, but I'm not. I'm sure of that. That's a heavy tractor. I need to invent a way to make this work. I could always do this. I don't know. Let's try this. I think that's too far, but you guys aren't here to look at stuff. Holy crap, I missed a bunch of things. The circle one's what? I don't remember which conversation that was. The circle ones, yeah. Probably the 30-inch brush hog then. Yeah, those are 50 to $100. Alright, everybody. Let's figure out how to get this thing down without killing ourselves. That would be nice. Andy? Randy? I want a blocking. Probably. Ow! Racists. Got a 4x6. We're going to make something work. Don't judge, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make this work. Oh crap, I forgot I have y'all zoomed in. Oh. You see a ladder? Yeah, there's a ladder right here. A very nice one. In fact, actually, it's kind of clapped. No, I don't. I don't have any blades of any sort for parts. Probably better off going to Deere or somewhere and buying a brand new cylinder with lines. These aren't rebuildable, as you probably know, I would imagine. Does anybody have any ideas here? I need a lift of sorts. I just ain't got nothing. Let's see here. I need a table. Maybe I'll pull a John and just set it on a swivel chair. Good way to ruin your chairs. Okay. Ha ha, Dakota, ha ha. Okay, that's a deal. You bring enough pizza boxes, we can stack that thing on them. Then we're going to be in business. Let me see ya. Now, if I had been smart, I would have remembered my microphone's up, but I was not. So, you know, yeah. That's empty, like John said. Oh, jeez. Huh. Full of big-ass swivel casters. Let's see how well it doesn't work. Yeah. Well, it'll get me closer. Please let go. Neutrals. I got a ways to come back. Little fingers. Now, hardy har. Where's my board? How many comments have I missed? Some of them are mine, some of them aren't. Eventually you might see some videos of them, but not yet. Ooh, probably too far. Fall on the floor. Hopefully y'all can't hear the radio. My butt will get demonetized. I need a third hand. Come back here, suckers. That was way too far. Here we go. Come on. Good. Yeah, probably. Dakota, agree with him. Well, I disagree. John's favorite kind of wood is inappropriate for YouTube. Come on. Gross. Where's my cratchit set? Right over here where I left it, maybe. That might be a good place to look. What y'all think? One bolt down, 7,000 to go. Come on, there. There it goes. Well, I got 2 bolts in. Oh, boy. Well, he would like to like that there, Dakota, but if he would like to try, he might get a wooden surprise called a baseball bat. Right alongside the head. What's the rarest garden tractor I own right now? Ooh, crud. I don't know, probably the 71 110 patio. It used to be the 71 120 patio. There's 3 or 4 of those known to exist, but I sold that. So probably the 110, 71. 71 patios are real rare. Oy. As far off with this as John was on his math test. Come on, jam under the brake pulley. No, stay on the barrel, please. That'd be nice. Maybe I can wedge under something over here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Couldn't have worked out more better. If I had planned it my own self. I ought to just run a hose back here and use the Yagadaga. That's the lazy way out. Don't mind me, I'm throwing tools around. Oh, that feels frustrated. I ain't John, I ain't gonna keep going. No, it feels right. Must be there's some paint in the threads. Eat it, mosquito. All I see is paint in the threads of the bolt. Ooh, that is impressively hard. I think we're getting into paint. Gotta be some paint in the threads. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of paint. So, he won't watch it because he's probably playing with his boyfriend or something. I don't have a motorcycle lift table. Yeah, I think you're right there, Blake. He is probably the type that would screw up an insert and then drill it out and tap it. Or to put a nut behind it with the wrong size bolt. That also seems like something he would definitely do. And by the way, anybody who's going to watch this and go bitch to John that we were knocking him, get over yourself, princess, and get out of my live stream. I ain't playing your games. Go cry back to your boyfriend. Every time I post, John cries about something, it seems like. The last few times he hasn't though, so maybe his contact stopped telling me. Seems like for a while, every time I posted or said anything about John, he bitched and moaned and complained that I was spreading rumors. That's kind of the guy that John is. He's worried that I might ruin his image because he has it so great right now himself. You know, everybody thinks that John's just the greatest thing. I might ruin his image. I guess it's tight enough. Here, neutral, neutral. There it bays. Yippee! Transmission's in. Alright, y'all. What have I missed? Yeah, no Karens. I agree. Any Karens or Kevins, please leave. And just do me a favor and unsubscribe. Aha. Well, the transmission's in. Huh. That's not good. Okay, I see. She's adjustable. I need to put the brake band on. If I'm even going to mess with it. Brakes are overrated, everybody. Everybody agree with that? Brakes are overrated? Brakes for quitters, you know? Alright. Let's see if this can stay decent quality here for a second while I walk my butt over here and show y'all the progress on the 216. Alright, look here, pal. There we go. Well, good enough. We're talking about John that lives around here. Maniac Moron is his YouTube. He put an engine together, 14 horse color, rebuilt it. All he did was put rings in a clapped out engine that needed bored. Then when he put it together, he put a boatload of oil. He put like a ½ an inch deep oil in the cylinder on top of the piston, thinking that he needed lubrication for the piston when you first start it. But obviously you don't, and then it just proceeded to burn oil. But this is my 216. I started this project at the start of the summer, and my current progress is, yesterday I put brand new 3 ribs on it. Looks really good now, so I'm excited to get it back together. Then, right here's the engine. I got a few more things to do, and it'll be done. I think I have most of the parts I need. Most of the painting is done. I probably need to touch some things up, and I haven't painted the muffler yet. Not sure if I'm even going to, because you won't see it. It'll burn the paint back off. But that's an update on that. So hopefully before too long y'all will see that video come out. But I ain't promising nothing, because I ain't been working on it as much as I should. Then we got the 140 patio. This noise? That's the tripod that you're standing on. '69 140 electric PTO. A pulley? You mean the whole PTO pulley for the front? Probably eBay or a parts yard. Are you talking carbon buildup in the valve train or on the cylinder? Because it's probably, I think it's 10 bolts to pull the head off, 12 bolts, something like that. I think 10. I don't remember. Can't remember that stuff anymore. You pull that off and bring the piston up to the top dead center with the valves closed and just wire wheel it off, put a new head gasket in it, and you're ready to roll. That's what I do. If it's in the valves, the correct way is to take it apart, but you can also use brake clean or carb clean and wash it down out, take the valve cover off, and get the access out and everything you're washing down through, so it's not going down into the crankcase. And then I would change the oil afterwards anyway, but that's a personal preference. That won't cause ticking. The ticking is just your valves a little out of adjustment, or they're slapping. I pretty much usually ignore it, but you can also adjust your valves. And I would tell you what they need to be adjusted to, but I don't remember, so I'm not going to tell you and tell you wrong. So pretty much any Kohler book should tell you the valve adjustment for the K-Series Kohlers, that is. Yeah, that'd be the idea. John Lenz, he's kind of a pain in the butt. He used to be kind of fun to hang out with, but he's kind of got boring. He's turned into a Karen. Dakota, that's this tractor right here. This 15. This is the one that John said was going to end up in his shop. And it's only been in his shop a couple times, but that's because I've taken it there to use or tinker around and do other stuff, load and unload, play around. I took it there to plow once. But yeah, that's this tractor here. 216. He thinks that this is going to end up in his shop. Now there's no way in hell it's going to, because he's way too cheap to buy it now, if I was to have to sell it. Yeah, I'm talking about John Lenz. I'll reiterate. Anybody who's just going to go cry to John that we were saying anything that might hurt his feelings, just beat it. We don't want you here. I've been nothing but nice to John, and he still feels the need to act like I'm no good. So, yeah. Anybody who believes John's crap, you're not welcome here. I'm not playing that game anymore. Not trying to bring any drama in, but not playing that game. Played it long enough. Been over a year. I'm done. Yeah, Blake, I agree with that. He's not really an alright guy, but his boyfriend is, I guess. I don't know. His boyfriend's his brother, and probably his hand and his tractor mufflers, so, Good. Oh, did I show y'all? Come on. Move, iPod. These are the 4 tires and rims for the side tag we were working on. Used. You can't, well, I couldn't find a set of these anymore. So I had snagged a used set, stuck them on these rims. They've got a little scratched up and dirty now, thanks to the tire shop. But that's alright. I'll just wash them back off and clean them up, touch up if I have to. But they look nice. I'm excited to get that thing on wheels so I can move it around. It's been apart for lots of years. It's probably been apart for 4 years or better. I've still been collecting pieces for the patio. You see there's one sitting here I need to paint. Just sourced that off my parts tractor last week. No, this week. Because I was too lazy to get it, kept forgetting. So finally grabbed that. It'll get painted this week. It's supposed to be nice up here. Or nice enough to paint, not really super nice, but yeah. So I see, on a side note here, I see that the video I put up, I think it was 3 years ago, that was what to look for when buying a 200 series garden tractor. I see it has had quite a few, let's see here, quite a few views and questions. So I'll have to be making another one of those at some point. But yeah, any questions you got, you can comment. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. In my opinion, do I think the old John Deere hubcaps on a 110 look bad? Well, depends how you have tractor set up. If you've got them cleaned up, I got some sets of them. You see some of them are fairly rough. Wow, that's dark. It just depends what you got going on. They can look good but they can also look bad. I don't really run them. They're just for design. I don't use them. I run wheel weights, and I kind of rather without. But on the older 110s and 112s, they do look decent. Oh, 2020, 2019. I started my channel when the China virus started. Whenever that was. What was that? Spring? Maybe. Of 2019, 2020, something like that. I don't remember. $214, it runs, drives all right. Is it an electric PTO or a manual PTO? If it's electric PTO, well, personally, that devalues it for me. Some people like those better. I don't really know if it does anything to the value. Actually, I will pay less for an electric one because I don't like them. It's probably worth $400 or $500 at the most. Like I said earlier, the 200 series aren't worth a lot, and to buy a new seat like this new seat right here was $230. So the seats are really pricey, and if it doesn't burn oil, it's probably worth $400 or $500 on a decent day. I wouldn't pay that for it, but I don't want another 214. I've got two of them. I'm trying to sell one. The only 200 series I might buy now is another 216 hydraulic lift, because that's my favorite garden tractor. So I think it'd be worth $400 or $500. Manual lift too, yeah, most of them were. Is what a John Deere B, Dakota? These two are garden tractors. This is a 216 and this is a 140. That one is a 60 Orchid. And then over here we got a D and a 520. Oh, and then right here is a D. Eventually y'all might see that on the channel. This D is mine. So is the 70 over here. No, in the back. That's an A wide front. All right, well, we have been living for about an hour and 20 seconds. So if you have any other questions, comments, anything you need to know? I can't see. Oh, drat. Yep, we got a 420 crawler, but we don't have any other Duboots. We don't like them. You can't see, Dakota. Well, probably running out of service here in the barn. Well, it says I got almost full bars, so I don't know. I'll move it up here and let it focus. But if anybody has any more questions, let me know. We are over an hour, so I'm going to start getting ready to cut the live off. So if anybody's got any questions, let me know. Am I on my main account on Facebook? No, I'm on my third account. I have 3 accounts. So I'm glad you brought that up. That's another thing. If anybody tries to find me on Facebook, I do not have a page that you can follow or anything. And if I don't accept your friend request, it's because I might not know you, or I'm trying not to have hundreds of friends or thousands of friends. On this account, I'm trying to keep my friends at a very minimum because somebody is reporting me, and I'm trying to weed out people and figure out who it is. So if you try to find me on Facebook and message me with a question and I don't respond, it's not that I am ignoring you. I have 3 accounts that I flip between because Facebook does not like real Americans. So they get mad if you pretty much breathe backwards. So I'm constantly in Facebook jail. So I flip between accounts to keep them on their toes and try and keep one step ahead of them. So if you message me on Facebook, please don't do that anyway. Just drop a comment here is the best way to get a hold of me. But if you do, and I don't respond, that's probably why. What's the settings for the clutch? I don't know. I've never messed with one of those clutches much. I don't use them. I don't mow with anything, and almost all of my stuff has either a manual PTO or the PTO is gone or unhooked. Yep, not Mike is the one that I was just on. I think I switched over last week, 2 weeks ago, to a different account. Would I consider making a video on the 400, either putting sickle bar or fixing the hydraulics? The hydraulics are already fixed. I didn't have time to do that. I took it into the local Ag Pro. Never go to Ag Pro to get things fixed. They broke more things than they fixed, and so I've had to fix a few things since I got it back. They did it wrong. My hydraulics are backwards now. They put things together wrong. They used the wrong hose end. One of the hoses, or 2 of the hoses were bad. So don't take things to Ag Pro. I was trying to find another local guy that could help me out with it because I don't have a lift and I was just too lazy to lay under it. And I have so many other projects. I needed that one done so I could use it. So I just took it over there to get fixed. I don't normally do that. That's the first time I've done it, and it will be the last. I'm not doing that again. I can make a video on doing something. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make a video on rigging up the sickle bar or not. It's just a 3-point sickle bar. It's already on the tractor. I just need to hook up the pump and I can use it in theory. So I will definitely make a video of running the sickle bar once I get it usable. I will be making videos with the 400. I plan to plow with it on plow day this fall. It is running and driving and everything's working, it seems. So I do plan to use it. You will see it on the channel, but I will not be fixing the hydraulics on the channel because that's already done. And I'm not sure what I'm going to get into on the sickle bar. What did he do to me? Okay, look here, pal. What are we not worrying about there, Dakota? I must have missed something here. Anyway, anybody else got any more questions or things that I should elaborate on here? No, stop telling me there's more comments if there's not there, you stupid phone. A video on the 300 series. What are you looking for? Are you looking for what to look for when buying one? Are you looking for how to operate one? Or what do you think? Which one? Or what are you looking for? Are you looking for just general information on the 300 series? What's the tractor behind the 216? That's a 420 crawler. Oh, about the Facebook account. Yeah. What to look for? Okay, yeah, I can. If you're buying one now, I won't get to it. I'll probably try and get to it this week. So pretty much just basically the same as I did a 140 video. It's basically the same, just looking for side panels, playing the steering. If you're buying a non-running one, make sure the engine has compression. If it runs, make sure it runs good. Transmission, you got to watch out for, make sure it works. If you're buying one that doesn't, if it doesn't run, make sure to disengage the hydrostatic. It's the same as on the 140, so you can go watch the 140 one that I posted about a month ago, and it should help you. I can try to make a what to look for on a 300 series, though. I only have 317s and a couple of 300s, so it won't be into detail showing you everything on all of them, but that is something I can try and do. I can do what to look for on the 400. I'm not a professional on the 400 series by any means. I'm not as knowledgeable as I am on the 1, 2, and 300 series. I've only had a couple of 400 series. I've had two 400s and a 420, and I like them. I do think that I like the 200 series better because of gear drive, but I think the 400 is probably my favorite hydrostatic tractor. Definitely my favorite Super Garden tractor. It's proportioned right. But my favorite 1, 2, 300 series hydro is going to be the 317, I think. And then my favorite garden tractor is the 216. But yeah, I can try and do one on the 400 and the 300 series and see what I can come up with. I don't have lights in the other building yet, so it won't be soon. I mean, like tonight, but maybe this week. Tomorrow I got to go with John's brother, Josh, and he'll end up paying his stupid tax, but he's buying a Farmall. He wanted a Cub, but he found a Farmall A, and he's going to sell his John Deere B, so he'll end up paying his stupid tax and learning, but, you know, I'm not going to, I told him my piece, so I'll help him, and when he breaks it or has problems with it, then, I mean, he can't say that I didn't tell him so. No, not really. John decided he didn't want to be boss. About a year ago after he tried screwing me over for the millionth time, so I ain't worried about him anymore. I try to still be nice to him as usual, but he's an asshole anymore, so I don't try to please him really. I still do pal around with his brother. Well, John says that he doesn't want anything to do with me because I'm a scammer, because I've given him so many good deals, and he screwed me over. He's probably regretting that and guilty conscience or something. That's why he's saying that. I don't really know. But anytime I go over there to hang out with his brother, he always wants to show me this, show me that. Just like we're buddy-buddy. And I just, really, John? Pick one. So, no. To answer your question, simply no. You got any extra 14 horses? No. I don't have any extra engines or really any extra parts. I don't part stuff out much. I think I've parted out 2 tractors total. And I do not sell parts. It's not worth my while. By the time I sell a $20 part and get it shipped, I'm going to have $10 in driving in to the post office to drop it off. So I don't ship parts. I don't do anything like that. I do not sell parts. I occasionally will sell parts if someone's already here buying something, or if somebody's right up the road and wants to come get one, but I do not sell anything that I have to ship. All right. Well, to everybody that stuck it out the whole way, I appreciate y'all watching. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you have any follow-up questions, just put them in the comments. This video will be up for everybody to watch before too long. So I appreciate everybody watching, and I will see you on the next video or the next live. We're trying out this every other Sunday, I think, live if I can swing it. So let me know if that helps. And if I miss Sunday, I apologize, but I will try to do every other Sunday. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.